takes a shot, score! It goes in! Huberdeau turns and shoots and scores! Keith fires and hits off the post, rebound, score! Hoogie-doogie-doo! Barkov between the legs, unbelievable! On, Barkov in front, hat trick! Did you just do that?
Hey guys, what's going on? Trojan Game 6 here, and wow. I mean, I'm kind of upset, but I'm also very, very happy. Going into this game tonight for the Cats, I wanted 1 point out of tonight. One. I would have been very happy with one, and I'm still extremely happy with the 1 point. Even though you'd like to have two sometimes, I'm very happy to have the 1 point. I think we were destined not to win this game, and the hockey gods were on our side all throughout, thanks to Sergei Bobrovsky, of course, and the Cats just didn't pull this one out, and all you got to hope for is that they pull the one out on Thursday. That's it, guys. I'm kidding. We're going over the game. So, the Panthers, after the major win we talked about last night against the Toronto Maple Leafs, go in a Nationwide arena and face the Columbus Blue Jackets, who, the last time they played them in that arena, they got crunched as Zach Werenski had a hat trick in the game on New Year's Eve. That was about a little over a month ago. So, hopefully the Cats coming back to Nationwide can get a little scoring, get a little win. That wasn't the case tonight. Let's go through it. So we start out the game, and this game started out real slow as the Columbus Blue Jackets jumped out to an early 1-0 lead. But after the play, after reconsidering, after the Panthers' challenge, it was very obvious that Sergei Bobrovsky was interfered with as his glove was fanoozled or messed with. This table is so squeaky. I gotta fix that. Sergei Bobrovsky's glove was touched, so this play wouldn't go. The refs took it back, and it looked like it was going interference. I thought maybe the one argument that you could have against it is that Bobrovsky's glove was out of the crease, and that's fair game. But the refs got it right. My worst fears were not realized, and the Panthers remain tied 0-0, and that would take us all the way throughout the game. But throughout this game, Sergei Bobrovsky was even better than he was last night. I didn't think it was possible. I heard it on the radio today. I'm thinking, okay, they're going to love Bobrovsky right now. They're going to love this guy. No, that wasn't the case. They were saying it wasn't his best game of the year, but he played good? What? Bobrovsky played great last night against the Maple Leafs, and if it wasn't for him, it would have been 4-0 early. So tonight, against the Columbus Blue Jackets, he was even better. Sergei Bobrovsky was unreal, stopping pucks left and right. There was just one save in the third period, late in the third period, where Aaron Ekblad pulled a Chris Kreider on Sergei Bobrovsky, ran into him, or now would you call it a Frank Vetrano if you watched the game last night. Ekblad runs into Bobrovsky, he goes down, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, not only is Bobrovsky probably hurt, we're going to let him go to Seth Jones. Jones takes the shot, Bobrovsky somehow gets the glove up. Somehow! Unbelievable. Bob, you're my guy. You're my boy, Bob. Unreal by Bobrovsky. And he was just making crazy saves like that throughout the game. You couldn't get a puck past him. Nothing was going for Columbus. And it seemed kind of like with the Leafs last night. No matter what they threw, including that kitchen sink, Sergei Bobrovsky was up to the task, and you couldn't beat him. Back and forth shots, nonstop from the Blue Jackets. Almost 45, maybe over 45 shots in the game. But wow. The Panthers started to pick it up after that. After they got that goal taken back, and it was 0-0 again. The Panthers finally started to pick it up after letting up 12 shots in the first 5 minutes. It was unreal. Kind of just like last night. But they really didn't get too much going, and I really think that they're hurting right now without having Barkov in the lineup. So I think once we get him back, we're going to have a lot more depth. It's going to be a lot easier to... We had 5 goals last night. What are we saying? It's going to be easier to score, but I think we're just overall going to get a lot more depth back. Huberdeau's going to wake back up. He's been a little weak lately. Dadonov has been a week without Barkov. Malgin can go back down to the bottom 6 if he's even playing. Trocheck won't have to play such an idle role and maybe double shifting. So the depth is huge, and they're hoping to get Barkov back on Thursday against Vegas. So, aside from the game, aside from the next game, back to this one. So in the third period, Bobrovsky stood on his head. Nothing was getting by him, and we head to OT. And I'm thinking, yes, boys, We got the big point. We got the point I wanted. And now we're 1 point ahead of the Leafs with 1 game in hand on them. So that's great. So now we are going into OT, and I'm thinking, okay, it's inevitable. We don't have Barkov to play with Huberdeau. Maybe we could pull out a squeaky one, a greasy one to break the shutout. But Elvis has been standing on his head for the shots that he's faced, and I think he's going to pull. I never thought the Panthers were winning this overtime. I didn't. I just think without Barkov, we don't have enough pieces to win that overtime. I really don't. So going to the overtime, walking in front of the net, scoring his 4th goal of the season against the Panthers, walking in front as the pass was being blocked. Zach Werenski beats Sergei Bobrovsky, breaking Bob's shutout, securing it for Elvis Merzlikins, and the Columbus Blue Jackets win the season series against the Florida Panthers, and Bobrovsky goes down twice in his old barn. What to take away from this one? We got a point, which was huge. If you were to tell me, think about it. Think about it as a Panther fan if you're thinking logically. If you were to tell me that we were going to pick up 3 points in these 2 games, 3. 2 of them would be against the Leafs in regulation. I'm done. I don't even care. I don't care if you lose to Montreal. I don't care if you lose to Columbus. If you get 3 points out of those 3 games, out of the break, when you're one of the last teams out of the break, and you beat Toronto in regulation, you got nothing else to say to me. I'm sold on that deal. I'm sold on that deal. The Panthers getting 3 points and 2 points in regulation against the Leafs was the main point of finishing off this road trip. And I think they did quite nicely. Very successful road trip. They've only lost 2 of their last 8 games. So all positives coming from the Cats right now. And now we come back home to the Vegas Golden Knights, who are all back and forth. They don't know what they are right now. They've got a new coach in former coach Peter DeBoer. So you wonder what's going to happen on Thursday. I think the Panthers, if they come out hard and they can press those Golden Knights and play to their strengths, the Panthers are going to come out on top. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as the Florida Panthers pick up an extremely valuable point against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I will see you on Thursday when I get home from attending the game against the Vegas Golden Knights. See you guys.